So welcome back to the after show segment of the Big Apple School podcast. Thank you so much for being a part of our conversation. And like I mentioned before, you can get access to the vocabulary lists from the podcast. And also be sure to leave a comment and practice your English writing skills in the chat. We were talking about sounds, all types of sounds, and we were going to discuss ASMR in more detail, which stands for, what does it stand for?
Sensory response,
auditory
something.
You told us.
Audio sensory meridian response.
It
That.
means that your inner system, of neurons responds to some stimulus from the outside.
So what is it, briefly speaking?
A set of different sounds that are supposed to make you relaxed and put you to sleep even.
By the way, not only sounds, it can be also visual stimulus.
It can, depends on, So videos very often have this nice lighting, no bright colors, nothing that would stimulate you too much.
And for example, when you have your hair done, it is also a kind of ASMR because you feel this pleasant emotion. Or when you have some massage, for example, it's also this ASMR thing.
Yeah, my brother, he put on his TV screen a fire, like a fireplace, and you
With
can
the
hear
cracking
the
of the
crackling
wood.
fire. Yes, and that was very peaceful. Would that be considered ASMR?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about ASMR?
If we speak about videos,
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't like
something that's artificial would bother me. I don't want to be drawn into some kind of fantasy. I could be drawn in my own fantasies. I don't need an outer source.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't participate.
So you think it's like taking drugs? Like
No,
heroin?
not anything like that. It's just that I don't need that. I think I should be able to calm my own self, myself down. I shouldn't have to rely on someone else's idea of what will make me calm. Because you just have all this array of videos on YouTube and say, oh, this music is the best. I'm thinking, yeah, right. So I click on it. It's so depressing. So I never. I don't want other people's ideas of what will calm me down.
Oh, I'm a huge fan. I'm so into ASMR videos.
And it calms you down?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
So
You must
the
be
thing
so
is-
receptive to it.
The thing is that whenever I can't really, in the time when I had crippling anxiety, it used to really calm me down, so I needed to focus on something because otherwise I would have these sort of like anxiety attacks. Nowadays, it's more about when I can't really fall asleep or something, I turn on ASMR. So the thing is that there are different types of videos. In the videos, they call these sounds triggers. And there are different triggers that I cannot stand. Something too loud. I hate when there are videos with speech. No, please don't talk. So there are some things which are called brain melt, earwax. So when the sound goes from one headphone to the other, I can't stand that. It's too loud. But when it's some sort of clicking, I love tapping. So this sounds like, I love that. I love it. It's very relaxing. I find it very
I've got something a
relaxing.
little bit controversial to talk about, actually, regarding sounds. So in some universities, I've heard in America, they stop people from clapping in the audience because it can trigger some people who have
PTSD.
Yeah, and they have this kind of, what is it called, jazz hands.
Oh, this is how you clap
What do you think?
when people are deaf.
Do you think people should stop clapping in the audience to?
No, I think the applause is so ingrained in theater.
Yes.
Maybe people should stop applauding in the aircraft.
That is a good
grateful to.
That is a
When
part
it
of
is
Russia,
landed.
yes. Only, well, maybe
Not
other countries
Russia.
too. But it is a
No,
very
everybody.
Russian thing.
Yeah. No, not just Russia. The airplanes, you mean?
Yeah, usually it's
No.
a tradition in Russia, coming back to airplanes.
Okay. So it could be a tradition in Russia, but it's a tradition other places.
Oh, sorry, I put the trigger.
You tricky, the Benjamin Airplane podcast.
Keep the applause going. And have you ever thought of this when the rustling of leaves and trees? It sounds like an applause. So sometimes I'm walking through the park. Trees, you're applauding me. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Sometimes it also sounds like the waves, the sea waves.
Yes, it does.
Depends on the, the day. Maybe.
Well, coming back to ASMR sounds, I listened to a video of this lady whispering and it freaked me out. It was creepy.
I mean, it's so intimate. Why would I want a stranger whispering in my ear?
Exactly. Outside source.
It's not a close person. It's not somebody who I want to be whispering in my ear.
I'm a bit of an outsider in this case. So the thing is that with whispering, I love the very sound of it because it's just so, not really loud. It's relatively quiet, but I get distracted and I try to, hear what they're saying and I can't really relax. That's why I love the videos with no speech, no whispering. And hell, I hate ASMRs with food where people eat the food. Oh, no.
I watched an ASMR video of this lady eating, it was either Japanese or Hawaiian food and
no.
Like the fish, and you can hear like the slimy fish.
Oh, no. This is the type of ASMR I can't stand.
If there were animals eating, I would like that. I love the sound of little possums or little wildlife eating.
I sometimes come to the kitchen and watch my cat drinking.
Crunch.
It's so cute. And you get down there and look at their little tongue lapping it up.
My personal ASMR.
You know what? Speaking about ASMR, there is another thing I kind of got into recently, which is not just the videos with ASMR, but the videos with restocking. So, where people restock their bathroom or something like that. Because I, first of all, enjoy the side of that. They organize and reorganize everything. And it is accompanied by these ASMR sounds, like the tapping, the clicking. So let's say...
the sounds of organizing things.
So, yeah. So there's a lot of tapping there. Oh my God, half of my Instagram feed right now, the... For You page, the recommendations is now organizing, restocking. I love it. I relax by watching this. Does that make me weird?
No, not really.
I need someone who also watches ASMR in these videos, guys, please.
I mean, I don't watch ASMR videos, but some sounds, like we mentioned in the podcast segment, can be extremely relaxing. So yes. Eating, I do agree, it sounds kind of funny. I had a friend in my childhood who would come round to my house and we would eat with my family and he would just go
smack.
You can just see everything. Yeah.
I think I got my eyes started just twitching. I cringe at that, to be honest. But in some cultures it's considered to be very, very polite. Let's say in Chinese culture it's considered polite to smack because you show that the food is good.
Yeah, Japanese, like they like to slurp their, and Chinese, they like to slurp their soups.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it makes sense because it's really hot and probably slurping cools it down.
But wait until it's cool.
Yeah, but then it's boring.
If you wait until it's cool, it means that you are not so eager to eat it, which means the food is not good. So, I mean, I'm trying to explain.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, but the sound.
In some places, like we mentioned before this podcast, people like to clear their throats a lot in some places, and they like to bring up the phlegm, as we call it in English.
Oh, we're coming back to that, are we?
Yes. So what would you do if someone in your class phlegmed?
In an English class?
Yes.
Well, they wouldn't. Would they spit as well?
Yeah, let's say that.
Why?
Yeah.
What?
Where would they spit?
What would you do if someone did that?
Where would they spit? Tell me that.
I don't know. Maybe
answer my question.
On the floor? In an empty cup?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh my goodness, no.
What would you do?
I would say something like, "There's the bathroom out there. You'll need to do that in the bathroom."
Second conditional
I would
time.
definitely.
What would you do?
Yes, I would do that. Yeah, I would just get grossed out.
Kick them out.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Maybe first we need to ask, like,
why?
Are you okay? I mean, maybe the person is having a stroke, or I don't know what it is.
Yes. Well, I'm going to say, I'm not going to mention any names, but I do have experience of that.
Oh, no.
And I didn't kick the person out.
Oh, no. I would say something
I thought
definitely.
it was so funny.
Oh, but it's so rude.
Funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I could not believe how funny it was.
But you mean funny weird, or do you really mean ha-ha funny? Which definition?
It's so weird, but funny
Weird.
at the same time. I
Okay,
could not
'cause
stop laughing.
You laughed. Did you laugh so that he...
So after the lesson.
It
And
was
you
an
mentioned-
adult.
That's going to
Yeah.
encourage
Yeah.
him now.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
he wants to be the clown of the class by coughing up loogies. and
So if you need to
spitting it.
clear your throat in my lesson, please. It's really
Oh.
funny.
Oh,
It's
no.
hilarious.
Yeah, do it in Benjamin's class, not mine.
Yes, but it is impolite in British and American culture. So yeah, you can do it. You can do it.
The
in my
only
classes,
time
but-
that is allowed is if you chew tobacco. And so you've got this little skull can of tobacco and you put
they're
it
called
in.
spittoons, aren't they?
Well, yeah, but it could be an empty beer bottle or it could be a can. So you're certainly, it's part of their culture is to be with this pouch of tobacco in your cheek. And then, of course, it excites the saliva and then you spit it out. So you often see guys, with this empty beer bottle and spitting.
Yeah, beautiful.
And that's part of the culture. That doesn't bother me. I mean, that's what you have to do if you got tobacco in your mouth.
Yeah, and it completely destroys your teeth and everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough with these bodily functions.
You like to draw us in. You draw us in.
Well, to be
Benjamin.
honest, we're talking about sounds and noises, and I guess it is all related. Let's come to languages and sounds in languages. So I've noticed a big thing with Russian learners of English is the letter U. It's difficult for a lot of...
The soft
soft-
consonants.
exactly.
So let's say all these la, ta, they're difficult to pronounce. So my name, so usually people say like Katya because it's difficult to say Katya.
Well, you also have the words staff and stuff. So that letter U in that context can be quite difficult for a lot of Russian learners of English.
This is about the length of the vowels in this
Yes.
case.
Yes, so staff and stuff.
Oh, you mean for learners of English?
Yes.
Who speak? Oh, I thought we were talking about people who learn Russian.
Yeah, yeah.
No, learners of English. Yeah, so it's the
I
letter
think
U.
the interdental sounds are hard
Mhm.
to pronounce.
The-
Th and the
They can
sounds.
be. Yes, I sometimes am a bit lazy with the TH and sometimes I make it
F.
into a letter F. Not
No,
always.
I make a big deal about that.
I know.
Yeah. I make a big deal with
Sometimes
my students.
Yeah.
the difference is quite crucial.
Oh, it's very,
Like,
it's
thank
quite
you.
obvious.
Well, 3 and 3.
Yeah.
and tree.
Yes.
Yeah, it drives me crazy. It's my pet peeve with that F or that TH,
Yeah.
definitely.
It is. I do need to work on it. I do agree. It is a little bit of an issue sometimes. I get a bit lazy with it. Okay, so the letter U can be tough for Russian learners of English. Maybe because in Russian, the U is like, ooh, and it's much harder. So staff and stuff.
So it's not about the letter U. In this case, it's about the length of the vowel. The same with ship and sheep. So for
Yes.
Russians, we do not hear much difference until we're pointed out. Like, hey,
Yes.
these are different words. Make sure to say your vowels long or short depending on the word.
And a lot of, not just Russians, but many Mediterranean or Portuguese or Spanish learners of English, they have the famous problem with the word beach.
Yeah.
Oh, the Russians the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Russians the same.
So yeah, my my hint for this, my tip is to elongate, which means to make the letters E longer. So beach, and make the E come down a little bit.
Or you can
Excuse me.
you can smile when you pronounce
Yes,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
I was going to say that, Maria.
Because beach
Yes,
is something
yes.
Exactly.
nice.
It's open, it's
Mhm.
horizontal, it's beach. But we can say leave me alone. But then live is very vertical. Live.
Yeah, live
and
is
leave.
more like in the Russian letter U, which I
Yes.
guess would be difficult for foreigners
Oh
to
my
pronounce.
God,
Yes.
it's so difficult. Yeah.
It's a strange sound.
Live.
I had
we were-
I had a really funny, I was having a pronunciation exercise with a student and we were reading about the gorgeous beaches in in Italy.
Yes, how nice.
And they mispronounced gorgeous, you know what?
Mispronounced gorgeous.
Well, gorgeous was fine.
Okay,
No,
the
he's talking
second
about
word.
bitch.
Yeah, so gorgeous
Or you just
bitches.
Because
Same
sometimes students also mispronounce gorgeous. They say Georges.
Yes.
Oh, right. The G and the J sound.
Mhm.
Yes, and then also, like, can I have a sheet?
Yeah.
Oh, you
I mean,
mean
not
you,
here,
can I
but
take a sheet?
Well, the same with like peace and
Yeah,
piss. So
exactly. Yes. A piece of.
so this is a common problem, yeah, with the long and short vowels. That's true. About Russian though, you've mentioned "y," and I remember when I was teaching Russian, she's like, "How can we? What is that?" I'm like, imagine that you're being hit in the stomach, and you're like, "Ugh," and they're like, "Huh."
Makes
That's
sense.
That's
Mhm.
kind of makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
Ben, what about you? Which sounds do you find difficult to pronounce in Russian?
Russian. Well, there were some words. For instance, the word for glance in Russian, vzгляд.
Because there are 3 consonants.
Oh my
Too
god, that
many
was so
consonants,
crazy. That word.
There's one-
It's like a cat being electrocuted. It's like
Vzgl, or
Oh my
four
god,
in
that
a
was.
row.
And then what was the other one? The word uyaзвimi. I don't know why that was vulnerable in English.
Уязвимый.
Yeah.
Uyaзвimi.
So it's not about the sound itself; it's about some words that are particularly hard
Some,
for you.
There are
it's
two-
how they sound, how to pronounce
Well, there are
them.
2 sounds that are really difficult to most of Russian learners. The difference between sh and sh.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
people do
I
not
guess
hear the
sh.
difference. They're like, these are the same sounds. Like, not really. So, yeah.
Yeah, in English we would say like borscht for borscht. Well, in America, do you say borscht?
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you see it written.
With the T,
Yeah,
yeah.
with the T.
Yeah, I wonder where that comes from.
England, probably.
Well, to finish off, let's think about celebrities. Is there a celebrity you hate the sound of? I mean, I know this is a bit,
Probably.
sorry, bitchy, but
I
Which
heard and I read that
celebrity?
some people don't like Kim Kardashian for how she speaks because she produces a lot of these vocal fry sounds. Oh, well, yeah. I can think of celebrities who I like the sound
okay,
of.
all right. Let's not gossip. Let's tell me who do you like the sound of?
Benedict.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Or, for example, Stephen Fry. These British guys with
Yes, very
very
classic.
deep voices. Yeah. Hmm.
I love Stephen Fry.
Speaking of deep voices, I came across this musician, Andrei Briantsev. Do you know him? You know Irina?
Chanson?
Yeah, Chanson. Well, you know
No, we
Irina
don't.
Krug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The widow of.
I was listening to this
Mhm.
song and his voice is so hilariously deep. It's a cool deep. It's really cool, but he has this baby face and it's so funny. He has this incredibly deep voice. Yeah, which I definitely admire. Do you have a favorite voice?
I can't think of anything when it comes up. Well, no, politicians, but I don't want to talk about politicians. Those are the voices I listen to mostly more than celebrities. So yeah, I have some favorites and some ones that irritate me, but I don't want to talk about politics.
Yes.
About voices, I have nothing.
Oh, my mother's voice, my daughter's voice, my cat who goes, meow, in my US days.
Well, guys, let us know in the comments who you find has the best voice, and probably you like our voices.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. But yeah, let us know in the comments section, and do not forget to make an imitation of a Australian accent or a British accent using the voice record function in the Telegram chat. We would love to hear your imitations. And yes, also you can get access to the vocabulary list, so be sure to read that. And check out our website, which is www.BigAppleSchool.com. So, guys, thank you so much for listening up to now. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
See
Thank
you
you.
around.
Thank you. Bye for now.